Drivin Ivan here at Ferrari of Naples. Behind me, the brand new Ferrari 296. Interesting for many reasons. The 6-cylinder engine, hybrid technology there, and very cool. But I'm going to walk you around the entire Ferrari of Naples dealership here. Have you smashed that like button and subscribed yet? I hope you have, because this is going to be cool. There you are. This one is really, really cool. $1.5 million bucks, 2017 F12 TDF. Only 799 of them made. So, yeah, very special car. Collector's car. Look at those huge brakes. Trilled rotors. Wow, very racy, very rare. Only 800. And this one is for sale right now. Looks like they had somebody who might be interested earlier, actually. That's kind of interesting. If you're wondering what a Ferrari model is, because they very rarely put anything on the outside, you can actually look inside in the glove box area. So you know that this is an F8 Tributo. Very cool. Love those seats. Look at that, red with a white racing stripe on them. And lots of other interesting cars around here. All decked out for Christmas. They've decked the halls already. Of course, they have these displays because they're all for sale. $319,991. Kind of a Porsche number there. It's kind of funny. 2017 Ferrari 488, 8-cylinder engine. Grigio Titania Metallic, and of course convertible. Look at those two-tone seats, are really rather lovely. Liking them. Very cool. Very nice. SF90, Ferrari's first electric car. And look, it's being charged right now. 1,099,999. Nero with interior with blue electrico. It's a 2022 SF90 Stradale Spider, 52 miles on it, and yes, it can be yours, all with its pretty bow. Interesting seats here, black and yellow. But as I make my way around these Ferraris, I want to do kind of a different type of video today too. I want to talk to you about, why Ferrari? Why Ferrari? Everybody loves Ferraris. Most people love Ferraris. Why is that? Well, I'm going to discuss that with you. This is a California. Love the wheels on this. And this is a more racy version. You see the quad pipes back there. They're stacked. Brown interior. California. That is pretty opulent. Pretty lovely, I think. That is great. Something about brown in sports cars like Porsche. Porsche has beautiful brown cars. Watch my full review of the Roma. This is a Roma. Kind of Aston Martin-like in a way, but just absolutely lovely car. And this will tell you exactly what we're looking at. 2021 Roma Coupe. 8-cylinder, 3-liter, and like I said, you can just search Drivin Ivan and Ferrari Roma, and you'll see my driving review of that car. Interior is lovely, and again, you can see a full review of that elsewhere. But let's take a look at this one. F8 Spider, 3.9-liter, 8-cylinder, and it's interesting to note, these 5-6-liter American engines. Look what Ferrari does with a under 4-liter 8-cylinder car. These are 200-mile-an-hour cars, and just very, very quick. This one kind of has a black wrap on it. Nero with Nero Daytona Metallic. So that is super, super cool there. And as I'm heading upstairs, I will go ahead and discuss why Ferrari. They do the old cars here too. A lot of stuff outside too. I can probably show you that from the windows upstairs. But look at that color there. Wow, that's a rare color. Beautiful. But let me take the stairs here. And when I was extraordinarily young, I love Ferraris. It was one of my first favorite cars. Now, if you grew up in the 80s, you of course loved Magnum PI. And Thomas, the actor there, Thomas Magnum in the show, he drove a Ferrari 308 GTS. The top was always off, the Targa top, because he was too tall. They actually couldn't drive the car with the top on. It would have been too uncomfortable. Certainly wouldn't have looked right. So you'll never see the top on in that show, which is kind of interesting. But here we are. So there's a mystique to Ferrari. Part of that is the man himself. You saw a lot of that in the Ford versus Ferrari movie. This was a man who didn't care about these cars sitting in here so much. Why? Because he just wanted to race. Just wanted to race the cars. He came from Alfa Romeo. He wanted to be a race car driver. And he was. He had some minor success, but ultimately he wasn't great. And he managed Alfa Romeo's racing team, among many other jobs with them. And when he left Alfa Romeo, well, they told him, because they knew he wanted to build his own cars and race and that sort of thing. And Alfa Romeo has quite a racing history, as does Maserati. Maserati has an extra 22 years before Ferrari came to be, which was 1948. And in 1948, that's when Ferrari started building his cars. And this was because Alfa Romeo said to him, you can't build a car for a certain number of years. I don't know if it's 5 or 10 years, but he certainly was working for them in the 30s and stopped working for them into the 40s. So, there you go. This vehicle is not for sale. This is a F8 Spider. But, no, he wasn't into the cars. He sold these cars simply for the fact of financing his race team. Luigi Canetti was the distributor in America, and he said, Enzo, build me convertibles. I need to sell these in California and Florida, where I am right now, right near Naples, Florida. And he knew that these cars would sell if they were convertible, especially. Stars could be seen in them. And that's basically it. So the cars were sold. Anyway, so he knew that the convertible cars would be very successful in America, and so he built convertibles. Yes, he built convertibles to satisfy that need, and the road cars were very successful, which gave him success and let him build his racing cars. Jeez. Now these are the Ferrari SP1 and SP2. If you want to see a whole bunch of these, 20 something of these were at the Pebble Beach Concours a couple years ago, and I was there. So just search my Pebble Beach. Jesus. So check out my Ferrari Pebble Beach display at the Pebble Beach Concours d'Elegance, or like I said, just Google Drivin Ivan in any car and you'll find it. 360 Spider. Jesus. Beautifully decorated showroom here upstairs. And yes, they have decked the halls. $306,000 for this 2018 488 coupe. Another SF90 there. A lot of stuff to see up here, I'm excited to say. Some classic stuff too. $419,991, 420 basically. 2018 A12 super fast coupe. Now the super fast cars have a huge history with Ferrari. Super America, they were always something a little special. The Ghia-bodied Super America, I think it was a 410 Super America. Man, that's just one of the coolest cars I've ever seen in Ferrari. I remember reading the story in Sports Car Graphic, I believe it was a magazine, about one of those leading a cop on a 143 mile an hour chase, and he just waited for the cop down the road. Kind of a funny story. This is a 70th anniversary car here. The 2017 Ferrari F12 Berlinetta. So yeah, 47, 48 was the first year. I think officially 48 was the first year. But look what we have here. This is very cool. I showed you the 296 Ferrari, the new one with the V6 and the electric and that sort of thing. Well, look what we have here. This is a Ferrari Dino. His son, his name was Dino. And yeah, these did not come with Ferrari badges. So this is actually a very correct, probably restored car in the brown. It's absolutely lovely. Look, H-gate shifter. And these have become very collectible. This is not a Berlinetta. This is the Spider, 246 Dino Spider. And Dino GT it says. But it is a Spider, 1973, Ohio. Seat belts fastened, question mark. It's pretty funny for the Ohio tag there. But then, as I said, dealers would put a Ferrari badge on them, and that's what's been done here. This did not come this way. But what a beautiful car. Look at those bumpers, and look at the flying buttresses back here. This beautiful shape coming off of the car there with the Targa roof. I mean, so cool. And yeah, they did have a Berlinetta version of this, a hardtop. But just look how pretty this thing is. Whew. Wow, that is gorgeous. So pretty. Another Ferrari Roma here. Want to see how much it is? Of course you do. You know you do. And again, for a driving review of this one, just Google Drivin Ivan, 280,000, 2021, only 8,218 miles. Grigio, Silverstone Metallic, and Sabbia. Want to see what Ferrari calls a Sabbia colored interior? Of course you do. Kind of a light tan. Very pretty. And on over to the other side here where they have more Ferraris, yes, but also various other cars for sale here at Ferrari of Naples. Ooh, 308 over there, 308 GT4. Very cool stuff. I guess we'll carry on with the Ferraris, get to the other stuff later. Wow, this one's old. F355, something like that. Yep, F355 Spider. This actually is kind of near and dear to my heart. This is, I drove one F355, and it was not a Spider, but it was this color actually. So very cool. Wow. Had the gated manual, and love the shape of the top here. You first saw that in the Ferrari Mondial convertible back in the day. Mondial was not a super overall popular car. The convertible was much more popular, but you can see it has that beautiful H-gate shifter, and it's just lovely. This is one of those classic Ferraris that, you know, it doesn't drive you, and that's one of my points here, is that all of these newer Ferraris are blindingly fast. They are super, super fast. But when you drive a car like this, you're actually driving it. You know, the computers and everything in the new cars control you, but this one you can actually drive, and it's not overpowered. You know, they're very fast, but it's not so fast that you can't even use the power. I mean, if you turn the traction control off in a car like this, you're not going to be able to get any traction, plain and simple. You're just not going to. So that's kind of interesting. That's why I like the older cars. The newer cars are beautiful. They're fast, they're safe, and they're reliable. But yeah, these old cars, and you know, mechanics would argue that you can kind of work on them yourself. There's no way you're going to be working on these yourself. I mean, some people do. You know, they buy them all wrecked and they fix them and things like that. But the lay person is not going to be doing that. Plus, it's extraordinarily expensive to get parts. It's expensive to get parts for these, but again, it's a different level to the new ones. And again, it's more about the driving. These are all going to be manual transmission cars. And that Ferrari H-gate shifter, check out my review of the 308 GTS. You'll see I talk about that shifter, and it's hard to actually convey to you how good it is. It's an amazing feeling. That's why you want an old Ferrari, because of the shifter. It's incredible. It's one of the mechanical wonders of the automotive world, like the air-cooled Porsche 911, which I do have one of. Check out, I bought the cheapest Porsche 911, Drivin Ivan. Also check out my 996 review, my Maserati Spider, what does Drivin Ivan drive, all those cars. But definitely a difference from driving a modern Ferrari to an old Ferrari. Look at that black rim. Now getting into nice Porsche here. Look at this, 356 Cabriolet. I don't think it's quite a speedster. Top's not very low. But it's a 1600 Super, so this is a special car. The red interior. My friend has one of these out in California and has a magazine cover with a famous celebrity sitting in his car. And it's about the same color as this. Maybe he'll tell me if he watches this video if this is the same sort of car as his. But the color scheme is very similar, that's for sure.